Um, did you make the food today? Did you make that, or
Huh?
did you make the pajeon?
Well, no, I bought it, but I told Mama if she could come over and if she could give it to you.
Oh yeah, see that was really good food.
Okay, good. Did you eat the other stuff?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, good.
Um, yeah. So like what I consider food like uh like you know how they have like halal food or whatever. To me it's like righteous food is really just like whenever you eat something it just like whatever uh it depends on that moment, you know what I mean? Like if you feel like you shouldn't eat it, then it's not righteous food, you know what I mean? Like if you feel like you should eat it, then it is. Like, you know what I mean? So like lately I haven't been like eating just like random things that I feel like I shouldn't put in my body, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like I literally just been surviving off um like pickles and stuff like that. Really.
Yeah, that's really bad for you. Just to have that, it's going to give you ulcers.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah, yeah.
acidic.
But it feels righteous.
No, it's not. I don't know what you're talking about, Alex, but it's not healthy to do that.
Yeah. So I went to the mall today because I was trying to meet up with this one girl so I can give her flowers. Uh she totally wasn't there today and it's okay. But it's funny because like see like I knew I was in the righteous cipher of my own because on the way over there there was this girl. I gave her my number a long time ago, and then on the way over there I was taking the cow bus, and oh, I saw her on the bus today. So it was like, oh, hey, hey, you know, like, oh, it's you again. You know, I already gave her my number before. So that's pretty much like, you know what I mean? Um, you know what I mean? Kind of like a step up because, um, you know, one day I was just like making money. I saw her and I was like, oh, here, take my number. She never called me. But then I saw her today on the bus, and then she was like, "Hey," and I was like, "Oh, hey, how you doing? How you doing?" You know what I mean? Like she knows, like I gave her my phone number, you know, kind of thing. But it's just like one of those things, because you know what I mean. Like the thing is that I don't now. You know, the thing is like I don't dwell on like what it is anymore. Like when it comes to like, oh, how do girls feel? Like how do girls feel about that? Or like, oh, how come she didn't call you? Or like why does she feel a certain way about this, or like how do you make her talk to you like that? That doesn't matter to me anymore because just because like I knew that I was like doing the right thing today, that like I saw her because of me, like her me seeing her was my own doing. It had nothing to do with her, you know what I mean? So it's not like, oh, like worrying about like what she's thinking and like how I'm going to impress her, because it's me that's generating her in my cipher, like my own right, my own self, like you know what I mean, like I generate. Because when girls like are the thing is, like, you know, when like girls are like all over me, I act the same exact way. Like I act like I don't want girls like on me, and I'm like, oh, get away! Like you know, you're all over me. Like you're giving me too much attention and all that stuff like that. Like so, like see, like it's like women are like they get so much like attention that like they don't appreciate it, but I can't blame them because I used to do that too, like in middle school. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So yeah, 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 yeah. So I mean, um, no, I mean, so I like yeah, I feel much better about it. You know, but anyways, yeah, today was a really good Valentine's Day. But that girl that was there, I was looking for, she wasn't there. So I had these flowers, like these red flowers, and I walked up to this other random girl because I was like, look, I have nobody to give these to. Can you just take these flowers from me? Because you know what I mean. And then she was like, like that, like you know what I mean. Like she was like almost like hesitant, giving me a hard time just to take flowers from me. Like I'm giving her flowers in good, like in like good intentions to show her like, oh, you're a pretty girl. Today's Valentine's Day. This is the day that all the hot girls come out and everybody hits on them. This is just the day that like where all the hot chicks come out. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And it was funny because it's like, what is so hard about just taking flowers from me? Like, you know what I mean? But I understand because I used to do that too. You know what I mean? I think it's just like a positive, negative reaction. Um, uh, but yeah, like that's the thing. So because I believe everything is positive and negative when it comes to guys. Like I said, guys are like a magnetic field. They're like positive and negative, and inside that negative, there's another positive and negative, and inside that negative, there's another positive and negative, and it goes on, and that's what you call a magnetic field. And a woman is an electrical field, but see, women and men, and men and women, they're the exact same thing. They're completely opposite, but they're the exact same thing. Um, and you know what I mean. That's why like. But I mean I've been doing this for years. Like I've been doing this like for like 10 years. Like talking to girls like every single day. So like that's just normal. You know what I mean. Like I understand like that whole entire process. You know what I mean. So, um, um, you know, my approach to just everything is just if I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that's what I consider. You know what I mean, like to be like what righteous is. Righteous is, it's very straightforward. You know what I mean. I don't lie, cheat, or steal. You know what I mean. That's pretty much all you have to do. Um, um, like I said, uh, like if you're saying like, oh, like the universe knows your intention. Well, no, I do believe, you know, I mean, of course, I don't believe in like the universe like that. I believe in God, and God is.
Alex, you really need to like start maybe socializing in a positive way because
just hold on, just for 5 minutes, just listen to me, okay? You don't have to say anything. 5 minutes tops, and you can hang up. But if you're like asking me what gender God is, I mean, God is Adam and Eve. You know what I mean? But I think he takes the form of a guy, because a guy is a guy and a girl at the same time. A guy is a guy and a girl at the same time, but you know what I mean. Um, yeah, I mean Jehovah. That's what I believe in, and I think that like all your intentions are all accounted for. You know what I mean? That's why like you're like, oh, when you drink alcohol, that's not righteous. But see, to me, righteousness is not what you do; it's how you do it. So if you're saying me drinking, true, yeah. If you're saying like me drinking alcohol is not righteous, it is righteous because even though
you can't be picking and choosing. This is where I start to disconnect from your stuff, and it's just like
I'm just saying alcohol might be destroying my body, but it's how I go about alcohol that actually makes me righteous.
So it's okay. I can.
No, Mom.
I could just murder somebody, and it's not. It's just righteous, depending on how I do it. Come on, stop. It's just stop it right now. Like I don't want to hear it. I feel like you are just making a bunch of excuses, and it's annoying.
Well, the 10 Commandments is righteousness. That you are not supposed to kill or steal. And the worst out of all the 10 Commandments is idolatry. That's like the worst sin in the Bible, and even Jesus said that.
And idolatry is not only God's. It's just you idolizing alcohol or just putting other things before him, and I feel that's like you kind of distort the Bible to fit your life.
Well, I mean, that's what idolatry is, and that's where I know that see, because it's not about drinking alcohol. That's not really bad. All the 10 Commandments you're not supposed to do. That's when you break the 10 Commandments. That's all you're not supposed to do. And idolatry is worse than killing somebody. Like, to be an idolater is like worse than murder. It's like the worst sin ever. You know,
right, Alex, come on. Let's talk about something else.
It's crazy because I said that before, right? I used to say that all the time. That idolatry is the worst sin ever. And then if you look into the Bible, Jesus also said that idolatry is the worst sin ever.
Ready? Come on.
No, trust me. He literally said that.
Go to church if you want to talk about religion. I don't want to talk about that.
Before I even heard him, before I even read that, you know what I mean? There's a parable where they're basically, okay. This has something to do with Jesus.
And you still keep on going.
Just give me 2 more minutes and you can hang up, okay? There's a parable where, like, okay, Jesus is talking to some restaurant owner, and he's like, okay, but how do I get all of, like, as many people in my restaurant as I possibly can? And there was, like, conditions that he had to follow, and basically what he was saying is that you have to. You can't like just choose who you want to be. You can't like just be like, oh, I only want rich people in my restaurant. You have to open. You have to open up it to everybody, or else you're not going to get the same mathematical result. Because there's a parable in the Bible where Jesus is literally teaching you calculus, and like he's literally teaching you calculus. Another thing that I got from that is, from that parable, I think what you're saying is you don't want to use the words like large and small. Like when you're referring to an object, you want to, I think this is like a logical type of mindset that Jesus had. He says that you don't want to refer to objects as large or small. You just want to refer to the objects as themselves. You know what I mean? And like, you don't want to be like, oh, large elephant, small elephant. You just say elephant. You know what I mean? Because I think in that parable, he's teaching you calculus. Jesus. Yeah. All right, but thank you, Mom. I just wanted to share that with you.
Okay.
Okay, I love you. Have a good day.
All right, love you too, Alex.
Okay, bye.